Shiranaha. Gopinath. What's the name? Name of the deities. Radha Madhav Ji ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran ki Jai. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yeah, you ready? Come.
Haribo.
हे गोविंद राखो शरण अपत जीव हारे। 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 सिंधु के किनारे
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, oh Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Bol. Is 10 minutes Mahamantra?
Yeah, I started. Hare
Clapping, Baba.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरकृष्णे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपीकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वृंदाय तुलसी देवी प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवते नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। All together. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare। Srimad Bhagavatam, Day 3. We are not speaking or hearing Bhagavatam like it happened with Shukdev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. That was 24/7. We only having 2 hours, maximum 2.5. That too with Kirtan. So how much can be said in this short span of time? Whereas the stream of nectar flowed from the lotus lips of Shri Shukdev Goswami. Shuk Mukhad Amrit Dravya Samritam. Srimad Bhagavatam is compared to as ripened fruit, and not an ordinary fruit, the king of all fruits. What is that?
Mango.
Yes. Srimad Bhagavatam is compared to as mango, the king of all fruits. Because Srimad Bhagavatam is the king of all the scriptures. Nigam kalptarum galitam phalam shuk mukhad amrit dravya samritam pibad bhagavat rasmalayam muho raho rasika bhuvi bhavaka. This fruit, the ripened fruit of the tree of Vedas, is Srimad Bhagavatam. Fruit is the essence of the complete tree. The tree has branches, leaves, flowers, and fruit. Fruit is the essence of the whole tree. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all the scriptures, all the Vedas. How many Vedas are there? 4 Vedas. How many Puranas?
18.
So all the Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, Mahabharata and Brahma Sutra, the essence came out is Srimad Bhagavatam. This fruit was on the branch of Narayan. When fruit ripened, it falls. So it fell from the branch of Narayan to the branch of Brahma. Yeah, like long, tall tree, there's so many branches. So this fruit fell from the branch of Narayan to the branch of Brahma. From the branch of Brahma, it fell on the branch of Narad. And from the Narad, it fell on the branch of Vedavyas, the composer of Srimad Bhagavatam. And when it was about to fall from the branch of Vedavyas, there was a parrot sitting there, and parrot touched the beak on that fruit. When parrot touched the beak, when the parrot touched with the beak, the fruit becomes more mellow, more delicious, more sweet. So Shuk Mukhad Amrita Dravya Samvitam. Srimad Bhagavatam is nectarian, no doubt. But when it flows from the lotus lips of Sri Shukdev Goswami, it became so nectarian. So Mohuraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavaka. Keep on drinking this nectar. Keep on drinking. No. Everything has some limit, right? Don't drink much. But this nectar, which is even superior than the nectar which demigod has in Swarga, in Indraloka. Demigods, they are very powerful because they drink nectar. And from where they got this nectar? From the churning of ocean. That's also in Srimad Bhagavatam. Churning of ocean. Very beautiful pastime. Maybe some other time. The essence of the churning of ocean came out is the nectar. Demigods, they always drink that nectar. But when Shukdev Goswami was about to speak, just about to speak Srimad Bhagavatam, the demigods brought this pot of nectar and want to have the exchange deal, saying that Parikshit got cursed and is going to die in 7 days. So better, O Shukdev, give this nectar which we have in our pot to Parikshit so that he may have long life, and in exchange give some other nectar. And what is that? Kathamritam, Srimad Bhagavatam. So you see, even demigods, they are not satisfied or happy with the nectar which they always drink. They always want to become immortal. But they know the glories of the topics of Krishna, which are even billion and trillion and infinite times more glorious than the nectar which demigods have in Swarga. So when Shukdev Goswami arrived, Parikshit Maharaj asked some questions. And Shri Shukdev Goswami, the questions of Shri Parikshit Maharaj describing how the creation took place. And who is the creator? Brahma. And who created Brahma? Who is the cause of Brahma? The cause of Brahma is Krishna, Vishnu. The cause of Brahma is Vishnu, and the cause of Vishnu is Krishna. And who is the cause of Krishna? Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karanam Karanam. Who's saying this? Brahma, the creator. He's saying this. Amongst all those who are claimed to be lords, Krishna is supreme amongst everyone. Brahmaji is saying this. I'm not saying this. So don't believe my words. But we are bound to believe the words of the creator, Brahma. Amongst everyone, Krishna is the supreme and is the cause of all causes. Everything has a cause, but Krishna has no cause, because he is the cause of all causes. So Brahma got birth from the lotus. Lotus means the navel of the Lord. And the stem of lotus is 14 planetary system. And Brahma is wandering in this 14 planetary system to know who is my origin. Where is my origin? He's not coming to understand Who is my origin? And then Brahma heard one voice saying, Tapa, Tapa, Tapa. Tapa means? Tapasya, austerities, austerities, austerities. So Brahma understood this. Someone is indicating me to perform austerities. I don't know who is that, but there's a divine voice. And Brahma sat in meditation for thousands of years performing this tapasya, austerities. Krishna got so much satisfied seeing the austerities of Brahma, and Krishna played on flute and initiated Brahma. Brahma got initiation directly from Krishna, the flute of Krishna. And the word came out from that flute is kling, not ding. The word came out kling. That's the seed, the beej mantra of the mantras which we get from our Gurudev. Diksha mantras, kling. So, first of all, the initiation, this is our hierarchy, this is our Guru Parampara, that Krishna initiated Brahma, Brahma initiated Narad, Narad initiated Vedvyas, and from Vedvyas came to Madhvacharya ji, and from Madhvacharya until our Gurudev. This is our Guru Parampara. So, very first initiation took place, Krishna initiated Brahma with the word kling. Diksha kale bhakt kare atma samarpan, se kale Krishna kare tar atmasam. At the time of initiation, a devotee surrenders to Gurudev, and Gurudev give initiation. In the same moment, Krishna appear or manifest in front of the devotee. Moment one gets initiation. But I think most of us, we already got initiation. Did Krishna manifest it? No. Because the process of initiation is not complete yet. We have received the mantras. We are in the process of initiation, but initiation is not complete yet. Completion of initiation is not just about hearing the mantras. The completion of initiation is about adopting the mantras, realizing the mantras, and get perfection in the mantras. When one gets perfection in the mantras, then the non-different form of that mantra, who is that? Krishna himself manifests in front of the devotee. And when the Diksha get complete, when one gets Sarup Siddhi, and not only Sarup Siddhi, one gets Vastu Siddhi. Means, when one gets established in one's spiritual form, and not only just by realizing one's spiritual form, but activating the spiritual form, means what is my seva, my services in spiritual world, in Golok Vrindavan. So this is the whole system. When a practitioner practicing the mantra given by Gurudev, performing sadhana, performing services, menial services to Gurudev, what happens? Gradually growing in bhakti. Growing in bhakti means developing more and more love with Krishna. Right now we are on a very gross level of understanding, acquiring some knowledge, accumulation of some kind of sukritis. That's all. That's why we have no taste. We have taste in pasta, we have taste in pastries and cakes. But to be honest, there is no taste in the holy name. There is no taste in chanting of the name, because actually the fact is the name and the possessor of name is not different. But to be honest, there is no any realization about that. So there is no taste. But when one develops the taste in chanting holy name, then one feels one tongue is too less to relish that nectar. And a devotee desires to get 100 of tongues. Shri Rupa Goswami Pad said, Tunde tani vrate vatunate tundavali labdhe. Why I have only one tongue? Why not 100 tongues? Because there is so much nectar. It's so delicious. It's so delicious. And the holy name. So we are not getting this realization right now, but we are in the process. Like a student, a school-going student, get admission in school. He starts with A, B, C, D. But gradually on the progression, he comes to the another standard, learning A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. Yes, the other progression comes to the level of big sentence. Apple is red, apple is round, etc. etc. Yeah. And then comes to the paragraph. And then gradually on the progression, just on the topic of apple, one can write thesis and do PhD. Yeah. Starts from learning the alphabet and then going all the way to write thesis on apple. How many qualities, how many nutritions, calories, etc. But when a child learning A for apple can't realize, have no understanding that it can go that far. Similarly, in this stage of practice, what is all about tasting the nectar which one can derive from chanting holy name, and all the way what this holy name can give us, perfection in the spiritual world. So after going through practice, crossing these stages, what are the stages? Shraddha. The very first stage comes faith. Faith. Everyone's faith is not same. It all depends. This whole process is so scientifically proven by our acharyas. When the heaps of sukritis come together, one develops faith. When there is not so much faith, that means lacking some sukritis. Kriti means activities, and sukriti means those activities which are centered towards spiritual activities, not ordinary activities. Like helping someone, helping a poor person in the street, a beggar. I heard devotee was saying that there was a poor beggar in the street asking for food or money, and the family gave a banana to a poor person, and he was so happy. He said, "Thank you so much for this potassium for the day." Instead of saying thank you for the banana, he knows banana is full of potassium. He's so much aware of that. So these are called ordinary activities to help human beings. But these are not called sukritis. These are termed as pious deeds. Pious deeds. Achhe karma. But sukriti is when Krishna, Bhagavan Ram, Krishna, when they are involved or they are centered in those activities. Any donation given to Krishna or those who are worshipping Krishna or with the intent that he is a devotee of Krishna, this is called sukriti. And when heaps of such sukritis comes together, one develops faith. So we can't force someone to develop faith. It is spontaneous. We can try our best. We can try. But it all depends on those sukriti from so many lifetimes. After developing faith, the next stage comes Ado Shraddha Tada Sadhu Sangha. When there is faith, then there is always inclination to hear topics about Krishna. And from where we can hear the topics of Krishna? Huh? Sure? Sadhus. Because they know the topics of Krishna and they can give us insight on the topics of Krishna. Insight. So there is something which is called book reading. We can read book and acquire some knowledge. But who can give the insight of that knowledge? Only sadhus. Because they have dedicated their life, they sacrificed their life to serve and please Krishna. And because of their sacrifice, they are going through all the time, they have realization of Krishna. Sacrifice, why they have done sacrifice? Because they want to love Krishna, or gradually they are in love with Krishna. And that's why the nature of Krishna, the qualities of Krishna reflects on sadhus. And they get oneness, tadatme. So they have realizations. That's why hearing the topics from sadhus, that's the second step. So first is Shraddha, then Sadhu Sangha. And what happens when we hear any lecture from sadhu? A natural tendency to perform bhajan. Okay, from tomorrow I'm going to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. In the beginning stage, this is obligatory. Because we have no realization. Yeah, we are bound to do this. Because we are told to do this. There is not a taste. We are told to do this. We are bound to do this. So, there is something which is called gratitude. Suppose I invite you my home. I give you all facilities. I welcome you. And even without saying thank you, anyone just walk away. There's a minimum etiquette that if someone is doing so much for us and we are not even saying thank you, very small 2 words, thank you. But that word thank you with gravity, with emotions, not verbally thank you. And emotions can be seen when we hear this word thank you from someone. Yes? Or just saying, oh, thank you so much and bye. So, formality. But you really see, you feel that gratitude. When someone expressing from the heart, saying thank you so much for doing so much for me. We are living in a society of thankless people. Why I am saying this? You can understand with one example. To survive, we need both the kidneys to function properly. But suppose both of my kidneys fail. I have no kidney. Can I live? I need at least one. So I request my good friend Jagdish, you have 2 kidneys, can you give me one? He said, of course, you're my god brother. I can survive on one and you can survive on another. Just one example, I'm not saying this fact. But if I say, oh Jagdish, my heart, there's so much cholesterol, my heart failed, destroyed, can you give me yours? You're not going to give me, he has only one. So kidney transplant took place. I'll be always thankful to you throughout my life. Every single day I will remember him, right? Because of his generous nature of donating one kidney to me throughout my life. But if I don't even say thank you to him, how would you feel? That I given my organ to you and you're not even expressing the thankful nature. It's so weird. Similarly, just try to understand. We can relate to this very easy. Any one person donating one organ, say I have no eyes and someone has given me one eye. And I'm always thankful to that person. How about Krishna? How about the Lord? How many organs he has given to us? The complete body. Heart, kidney, liver, eyes, nose, lips, even eyebrows, ears, tongue, hands, even nails. Can you imagine the beauty of this body? If just one thing is lacking, say we have no eyebrows, how it look like? Shave your eyebrows, look like a ghost. Such a beautiful body given by the Lord. And not only the body, but the oxygen for the survival of this body. Imagine I can't breathe. Lack of oxygen. Say, Gaurav, I'm suffering, no oxygen. Please take me to hospital. And immediately, if he takes me to emergency ward and I have no insurance, imagine how much I have to pay for 1 hour. Any idea? Then how you are
$20,000.
my God. Just for 1 hour?
Depending on what they do, you could rack up a bill of
$20,000 for 1 hour? Oxygen? And how many hours we breathing since we got birth? Can you imagine that? Free of cost. 1 hour oxygen in a hospital, $20,000. And we're taking this oxygen 24 hours. For 40 years, 30 years, 50 years. Where is the payment? Free. Yeah. Very generous government giving free supply of oxygen. Water, food, house, family, relatives, friends. Imagine if you're just alone in this world, how you feel. There's no one to speak with. You're just alone, no relative, no friend, no one. You get crazy. So much has been supplied to us for our enjoyment, for our survival, for our comforts. Then where is thank you to the Supreme Lord? Where is the thank you to Krishna? Just one person, if he does something for us, we feel thankful. And Krishna is giving so much to us. Not only survival, but comfort and luxuries. And to enjoy our life. Where is that thankful nature? And it's not only just by saying thank you. You have to show that thank you. Show that gratitude. You've done something for me, now I'm ready to do something for you. Not just only verbally saying thank you all the time. Yes? This is all about love. Krishna loves us so much, and that's why he's supplying everything to us. In return, we also have to express our love to him, but just not holding hand and saying thank you, but also to express that love. And how to express that love? This we learn in association of saintly person, sadhu sangha. They give us insight how to develop that love and how to say thanks to Krishna for everything he has done for us. So this is another levels. Shraddha, sadhu sang, then bhajan kriya means practices. Chanting some number of rounds every day, watering tulsi plant, just offer one flower at his feet, just can offer 5 minutes some little arati. Yeah. Following Ekadashi fasting. Why Ekadashi fasting? Because the day of Ekadashi is very auspicious and is termed as Bhakti Janani. Janani means mother. Yes, Janani. Ekadashi Tithi is Madhav Tithi Bhakti Janani. The day of Krishna. And Bhakti Janani. Producing Bhakti. Very dear potency of Krishna. There was a demon called Mura who was terrifying the entire universe. And all the demigods were unable to kill him. So they approached Krishna for help. Krishna came forward with a sword, tried to fight with this demon, but he used to hide in the air somewhere in the cave. And this was happening for years and years and years. Krishna was unable to kill him because he disappeared. He get lost. Krishna became so tired and he was lying in one cave with folded eyes, with closed eyes. And this demon came with a sword to kill Krishna. And one Devi, क्या बोलेंगे? One goddess appeared from the body of Krishna. She roared so loudly. Roaring, you understand roaring? The roaring of a lion, oh. But her roaring was so loud that roaring was being heard even by the demigods and demons. They passed stool and urine just by hearing this terrifying roaring. And this demon, Mura, got killed just by hearing the roaring sound of that goddess. Krishna woke up and was so happy. Oh, who are you, oh goddess? You killed this demon. I was unable to kill him. All demigods were unable to kill him. Who are you? She said, Prabhu, don't joke with me. What is that which you can't do? But sometimes you just show off and wants to give credits to others. So it's not that you can't kill this demon, but you want to give this credit to me. You wanted to give credit to me. Just like father at home and small children. Father is sometimes trying to play with the children. Oh, I can't lift this. Oh boy, I can't lift this. And the little one comes and you lift that. Anything. See father, I'm so strong. He said, yes, you're very strong. But I can't do this. I'm so weak. So what father is doing? Just try to give all credits to him and make him happy, feeling that, oh, he's very strong. So what is that what Krishna cannot do? But he always wants to give credit to others. This is the nature of Krishna. He's down to earth. He's so humble. And he never keep any attitude or ego that I'm supreme. Imagine one who has all the ego, he don't show off that he has ego. He always wants to show himself very humble and polite and very down to earth. Very simple personality. So that the goddess, Krishna asked, who are you, by the way? She said, oh Prabhu, you have billion and million of potencies. I am one of them. My name is Ekadashi. Oh Ekadashi, I am so much pleased to you. You've done something for me. You can ask 2 boons from me. She said, well, I want to be known as Ekadashi by everyone, and as every other potency has their days, I also want I should be praised and worshipped twice a month, every fortnightly. And second boon, anyone, no matter how sinful that person is, offensive that person is, if you fast on my day, you have to guarantee, you have to give me a promise, you have to destroy all his or her sins, and you have to give your devotion, means your proximity to that person. Krishna said, "Oh Ekadashi, that's very simple. Don't make it that simple. Attaining me or my proximity is not that simple. One has to go through so much sadhana, practice." She said, "But the jivas, the living entities in Kali Yuga, they're very helpless. Short span of life, 80, 90, 100 max. Not so much intelligence. They don't know what is good, what is bad. They have no other choice. Please, I want to facilitate them. Give me a promise. Anyone who fasts on that day, you have to destroy all their sins." Krishna said, "Okay, if you're asking this for the sake of all the jivas, I give you this benediction. I'm giving you this benediction. Anyone who fasts, fasting means refrain from grains. But that is one level of fasting. But not only refrain from grains, but other is to chant more and to worship Krishna more than other days on that specific day." I remember when I was student, following Krishna consciousness in those days, when I was in 12th standard, one of my friends, we were very eager to follow Ekadashi. I was 17 years. So I told him, "You have to follow Ekadashi." He said, "Yes, I will do." Then he asked me, "How are you going to do?" I said, "Without water. 24 hours, dry fasting. No water, no eating, nothing." He said, "Oh, when is Ekadashi?" I said, "Another 5 days." He said, "Oh." Then he calculated. "Oh, that will be very easy for me. I will also do without water, dry fasting." I said, "Why are you so excited? And how come you're so confident?" Because when I think of this, it gives me pain that, oh, I can't drink the whole day. He said, "Because that is a cricket match. India versus some other country, cricket match. And it's going to be live on the television. So I'm going to watch all day and night." Yeah, I'm going to watch all day and night cricket match. So it's so easy to follow Ekadashi. Understand? This is not called following Ekadashi. Just you're busy watching football match or cricket match and you're not eating or drinking anything. That's, one will get some benefit but not the ultimate benefit. The ultimate benefit is when we also chant on that day, we worship Krishna on that day. That's the day of Krishna. That's the day of Krishna. To get bhakti, to devotion. That's why all Vaishnavas around the world, even in spiritual world, everyone follow Ekadashi. Everyone. So, how much thankful we are supposed to be to Krishna for all grace He has given to us. We can't imagine. Brahma understood this, Creator, because when he got initiation from Krishna, with this word claim, he had darshan of Krishna. And Krishna gave him Shiksha also, Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. The Bhagavatam which we see now composed of 18,000 verses. But before, Bhagavatam was only 4 verses. The expansion of those 4 verses is 18,000 verses Srimad Bhagavatam. Imagine how much expansion. Just 4 verses. Krishna spoke to Brahma. You want to hear? Yeah. Aham evasam evagre nanya sat asatcha param pashat aham yo avshishyati so asmin aham rite artam yat pratetna pratecha atmani tad vidde atma maya yatha bhaso yatha tavam Yatha manti bhutani bhute chuche shanu pravishtani apravishtani tata tesham teshahum etad eva jigyasa tattva jigyasa atmanam anve vyatikarena yasya sarvatra sarvada. That's all. This is complete Bhagavatam. Short form. And the expansion of that is 12 cantos, 18,000 verses. You must learn these 4 verses, you and Devaki together. When you recite this every day, you're reciting complete Bhagavatam. Brahma was very happy. I got initiation, I got all knowledge. When Guru initiate disciple supposed to ask Gurudev, how can I serve you? Not that I want to serve you like this. It's 2 different things. Brahma asked Krishna, you gave me so much. You're not only my Lord, but you're also my Guru now. Because you gave me mantras and you gave me shiksha, you gave me knowledge. How can I serve you? This is one way. Another is, I want to serve you like this. That means you having your own understanding or lacking in service to your Guru and Krishna. Whereas one is supposed to ask Gurudev, how can I serve you? Brahma asked this question to Krishna. How can I serve you? Krishna said, creation. I want you to create. Brahma was so happy, at least I got one service to do. And he started creating Mansik Shrishti with his mind. And the first sons of Brahma, the 4 Kumaras, Sanat, Sanandan, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar, the Manas Putra of Krishna, of Brahma. These 4 Kumaras who always remain in the age of 5, not wearing any clothes. And they always live a renounced life. That's the first production of Brahma. The 4 boys asked, Father, you've given us birth, so tell us, how can we serve you? Brahma said, creation. The same order I got from my Lord passed on to you. The 4 Kumars, the 4 boys said, no, and we are very sorry. We don't want to get married. We want to live renounced life. Brahma said, how dare you? He showed some anger. And from the anger of Brahma appeared Rudra. Brahma was very much unsatisfied because he was not able to serve as the order given to him to create. Nothing is working out nicely. The creation is not happening. He's worried, very sad. And this is supposed to be the mood of a disciple when one is unable to serve one's Gurudev. Guruji, you have given us so much. What Guruji has given to us? A disciple thinks, I have handed over $5,000 to Guru. Something substantial. And he is just sitting and is eating. And when he walks away, just bye. Hare Krishna, blessings to you. I gave him $5,000. It's just blessings. Compared to $5,000, he's not given me anything. Or sometimes he brings a box of sweet. That's all. Try to understand what Gurudev has given to us. What saintly person gives to us. He's giving us Krishna. And we are giving him just few dollars. Which is more value? Dollars or Krishna? But how he is giving us Krishna? Oh, okay, I understand. He is giving a painting of Krishna, right? Or the deity of Krishna, right? No. As I explained day before yesterday, Krishna is something which is very subtle. It's not something gross. If I hand over something, any gift to you, it's like a substantial, it's like a gross thing which we can see. But Krishna is subtle. As the soul is so subtle, if I die, my whole body is lying on the floor. All limbs are there, but something went out from my body, which makes my body fall on the ground. What is that? The soul, which is so subtle in nature. The size of the soul, I explained yesterday. What is the size of the soul, Devaki?
This fraction of the tip of
Fraction.
your hair.
You have to tell the dimension. Are you clear?
I'm 111. No.
You see? That's Paramatma, not Atma. Thumb, the size of thumb is Paramatma.
The tip of the hair, but I don't know.
Gaurav ji?
fraction.
10,000 pieces of grain. The smallest thing.
This is called best audience. Clapping for Gaurav. The 10,000 piece of the tip of hair. That's the size of soul. 10,000 part of the tip of the hair, not the complete hair. How subtle is the soul, can you imagine? And Krishna is so subtle. And how one gets or attains Krishna? Through ears. With the process of hearing. In the material world, the love develops by looking into someone's eyes. Two pairs of eyes meet together, love develops. That's material. But in spiritual world, the lips of Guru and the ears of disciple, the combination of lips and ears, the love develops, the spiritual love to Krishna. Krishna is in the heart of Gurudev, and he expressed that Krishna through his mouth, the words, the blessings, or the explanation which he expressed to the audience, to the disciples. It comes from the mouth and goes to the ears, because we are hearing through ears, right? How are we getting all this knowledge? By hearing. All the reaction comes by hearing. Oh my goodness, there's a fire outside. And everyone will, okay, how you got this to know? Hearing. So by the process of hearing through the ears, Krishna enters here. Because very, very subtle sound vibration. This is what Guru gives to us. And in return, to just say thanks to him, showing our gratitude to him, we offer something which we can afford. Something which, very minimum, something we can offer to him. But there are many personalities who have given their everything to the service of Gurudev. There are many who just give their complete life. They renounce all attachments, all their riches, all their wealth, all attachment to family, all attachment to their knowledge, all attachment to their degree. Everything, business, comforts, luxuries. And they're wandering in the streets of Vrindavan, no shoe, nothing to eat, nothing to drink, where to live. They're moving around there. You're going to find, if you go Vrindavan, you see so many, looks like they're beggars, but if you go to their history, in the background, you find, oh my goodness, they are from very rich family. They're engineers, they're doctors, they're PhD holders. But they're wandering there in search of something which we cannot buy in Costco. Vrindavan is the Costco, where you can get in wholesale big packs of Krishna. Vrindavan is the Costco. But here in Costco you cannot get this. Everything we can buy here. We can't buy what? Krishna Bhakti Ras Bhavitavati. We cannot buy this here. So they have given their lives to Krishna. We are only giving few dollars. Or some gifts, some clothing. But imagine their sacrifice. They given their lives to Krishna. Their lives to Gurudev. Krishna acknowledging this or not? Of course. If you do something for someone, everyone acknowledge. If you sacrifice anything for Krishna, he acknowledge. He is supreme. He is not blind, he is not deaf. He is seeing. So, swalpamasya dharmasya trayita mahato bhaya. A little endeavor on this path save ones from great dangers. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna claims this. Any little endeavors on this path, any little endeavors for me, saves from great dangers. Krishna promises this. So Brahma was not so much satisfied because he was not able to serve as he received order from Krishna. So what to do next? Brahma was worried, and then one male and female appeared from the body of Krishna. Swambhu Manu and that female, his wife, Shatrupa. And they both said, "Oh Father, how can we serve you?" Brahma said, "Creation. I'm very much worried because until now I was creating through my mind and it's not working out. So both of you help me in serving my Lord, creation." They both married and they got 3 daughters and 2 sons. Akuti, Prasuti, Devhuti, and 2 sons, Priyavrat Maharaj and Utanpad. And further in their dynasty, so many daughters and sons, and in this way the creation took place. This is Bhagavatam. Our origin, our forefathers were not monkeys. That's Darwin theory. Our forefathers is Brahma, Swambhu Manu. And that's why we are known as Manushya, those who know Hindi. हम मनुष्य क्यों बोलते हैं? मनुष्य क्यों? मनु की संतान. That's why मनुष्य. This is our origin. So, not going many details from that, but King Utanpad, he had 2 wives, Suniti and Suruchi. Suniti and Suruchi. King has 2 wives, Suniti and Suruchi. From Suniti, he got son called Dhruva. And from Suruchi, he got son called Uttam. King, he used to give so much attention to his second wife Suruchi, but not giving any attention to Suniti, whose son was Dhruva. Every individual has 4 wives. This is a story. This is not from Bhagavatam. Once upon a time, a king has 4 wives. And he used to love the first wife so much. All the time taking care of her. He also used to love his second wife, bringing gifts for her. And also the third one. But the day he got married with the 4th one, he never ever spoke to that wife. What to speak of even entering her palace or even to know if she is living or dead. Totally ignoring her. Giving all attentions, everything to the three wives. The day came in the life of king. The day of leaving this world. Means he's about to die. So he approached his first wife. Oh dear one, I loved you throughout my life so much. I'm going to die today. I don't want to go alone. Can you accompany me? Would you like to die with me? She said, not at all. You're dying. My time is not there. I will die one day, but I'm not going to die with you. He said, don't say this. Don't say this. We always used to travel together. I don't want to go alone. Can you please travel with me? I don't want to die alone. She said, no, I'm so sorry. And that was so shocking. He said, okay, I have another wife. He went to the second one. Oh dear, very sad news. I'm going to give up my body today. I don't want to give. I don't want to go alone. Can you come with me? Means, can you die with me? Her answer was so terrible, which gave him more shock. She said, first of all, I cannot die with you. And secondly, when you leave this planet, when you leave this body, I will go to someone else. And he said, what? She said, of course, because I don't stay with one person. I always like to be with others. He said, oh, don't show your face to me. Don't show your face to me. With very heavy heart, he went to the third one. He said, oh dear, I'm going to die today. I don't want to go alone. Can you die with me? She said, yes. He was so much satisfied. Wow, so nice. She said, but few steps. And later I will just say bye to you and will come back. He said, then what is the point to even walk few steps with me? Just stay home. 3 of you. Today I found out 3 of you don't love me. Whereas I given you everything, my time, my attention, everything. And 3 of you rejected me. I have one hope, my 4th wife. But how can I show my face to her? And never ever even ask how she's doing. So he went in the palace of the 4th wife and he expressed the same. She said, of course, I'm going to go with you. I was with you, I am with you, and I'll always be with you. I never left you. I'm not going to leave you. I'm always soul mate. I'm your best friend. I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to die with you. And that was more shocking for him. Just a story. But actually, if we think, our entire life is just surrounded by 3 wives. What these 3 wives represent? The first wife, to whom the king loved so much, is none other than our own body. That's our wife. We love our body the most. Whatever body needs, we always supply everything. Food, water, heater, AC, hot water, cold water, sleep, whenever body demands anything, immediately fulfill. Yes? Immediately fulfill. And if we don't fulfill, the body starts reacting. And we're always ready to follow all the commands of the body in respect of necessities, comforts, or luxuries, everything. But very first thing, if we are leaving this body, means we are dying. The very first wife rejects us. Means the body is not going with us. We are applying so many nice creams, shampoos, soaps. Yes, throughout our life, decorating this body. But moment the soul wants to go out from the body never goes. Just fall there. Yes? I never heard anyone who died with his body going with it. Body just fall on the ground. You know? And day and night, 24 hours throughout our life, we take care of our body. We value, we treasure the body the most. This is first wife. Such a shock, huh? I take care of you so nicely, but now you're rejecting me. Second wife, whose answer was very terrible answer. I'm going to go with someone else. The second wife is our possessions. When we die, the possessions not going to go with us. Then it's going to hand over to someone else. No matter if it is property, gold, ornaments, money, bank balance, whatever it is. And why it is wife? Because we take care of possessions, so naturally we save our possessions, we protect our possessions, and we use our possessions. But the day, suppose tomorrow I'm going to die, how the possessions are going to help me? That's the second wife. And throughout the life, we are surrounded, or we keep ourselves surrounded with all those possessions. The second wife. Third wife, who said, I'm going to go with you few steps. The third wife is relatives and friends. Going to go with us few steps until cremation. Few steps. And they are leaving us alone. Bye. Come back. Yes. Anyone going to die with us? Every individual has to go alone. Every individual. So that's why it's a bitter fact, but actually we all are alone. And we are on our journey. We came alone, we're going to go alone. Relatives will go until the cremation ground. That's all. They're going to weep for some hours, for some days, weeks, months, and then it's over. Finish. And from there, that's a departure gate. We're going to go alone from there. Departure gate. Only passengers are allowed with a boarding pass. No one can go there, right? That's what happened at the airport. All devotees come. Yes, nice, Gurudev, so nice. Happy travel, safe travels. And the moment you go inside, bye. And you're going alone. Third wife. Practically speaking, the whole life is surrounded amongst these three. Body demands, possessions, and our family means relatives, all. And we are centered, the whole life, activities, endeavors are surrounded amongst these three only. Bas, there's nothing fourth. Just these three. Which is also essential. I'm not saying give up. I'm not saying that. But the fourth wife, she's so loving. And that is what? Bhagwan, which is so close, which is very near to our heart, Paramatma. We are not taking care of him. and He's always with us. He was, is, and going to be. He never leaves us. One who never leaves us and who's so close, we don't care for that person. That fourth wife, the king never asked how you are doing, never brought any gift, never even praised her for anything. That's the fourth wife. But that wife always and always be with us. This is just the life. In short, 80 years, 90 years, half is gone. Only half left for some, and very few, 1/4 left for few, some. And even then there is no guarantee. That's the fact of our life. So I'm not here to demoralize anyone. But actually that's why that's why scriptures are known as Shastras. Shastra means Shastras, means weapons, which cut the knot which is in our heart, the knot of ignorance. If I have a thread with the knots, I want to cut that. I need a knife from the kitchen and ask my friend, can you please cut this knot? It can only be cut with a knife. So this knot of ignorance, I'm living a life, I'm surrounded by everyone, there's no problem in my life, I'm doing good. These are the knots which we are carrying forward from so many lifetimes. This is not the only life, from so many lifetimes. Then the sadhu or guru comes in our life, he cuts that knot with the knowledge. Hey, listen, this is the only life is about? Is this the first time it's happening like this? You got married, you got children, and then you're growing old. You're going to marry your children, and then one day you're leaving this world, and then next life, and then the next life, and the next life. Is there end to this cycle of repeated birth and death? Why we need to end this cycle of repeated birth and death? Because we are in a foreign land. And we have to approach. We have to go to the place we belong to. We belong to which place? The abode of Krishna. I remember when I was in 9th grade in India, there was a music teacher from Britain. He used to teach us one song. Country home, take me home.
Wait, in India?
Yes, to the place I belong. West Virginia. The Goal of Vrindavan. In India, in my school. Imagine. So take me home. Back to God, back to Godhead. That's our original home. You see? So, King Uttanpad, with his wife Suniti, his son called Dhruva, and with Suruchi, his son Uttam. And one day, King Uttanpad was having his son Uttam on his lap, playing with him. And Dhruva, the other boy, saw this. And there's always a, greed. When two sons at home, and one sees, the other one is playing on the lap of father, other one also want to go there. Dhruva, he wants to run and want to sit on the lap of his father. But he got stopped by his stepmother, Suruchi. Hey Dhruv, where are you going? I'm going to sit on the lap of your father. What's wrong with that? No, you can't. Why not? Because you're not my son. Uttam is my son. Only he's qualified to sit on that throne where he's sitting on the lap of his father. If you want to sit on the lap of your father, go to the forest, perform austerities, and in the next life, come in my womb, you become my son, and then you are qualified to sit on the lap of your father. How old is Dhruv Maharaj? 5 years only. And he took this word so heavy. Kshatriya nature. Dhruv Maharaj said, okay, then I'm going to go forest. Immediately he decided, I'm going to go forest and perform austerities, which severe austerities. No one has ever performed this before. 5-year young boy. When he was walking out from the palace, his mother Suniti was standing right at the gate. She's seeing, she's watching, my son is going to forest. She didn't stop her son because the intent is very high. The son is not going for some inferior intent or motives, something very superior. He's going to worship the Lord. We can't allow our 5-year young boy to even cross the road. Suniti, she's queen. She's not stopping her son. Imagine her high consciousness. She allowed. She blessed her son. May you get perfection. So Dhruva, when he's walking, he came across Naraji. Anyone going to worship Bhagavan without the sanction and the mercy of Guru cannot get Krishna. No one has ever got this throughout the history. Dhruva, he wants to go to forest and Krishna sent one of his representatives, Narad. So who are all these Gurudevs? They are representative of Krishna. Krishna in spiritual world worried for us and he sent his own representatives. And they are tadatma, means they are oneness with the Lord. They are not ordinary human beings. Even though they look like made of bones and flesh and looks like us. But it's not about just the form. It's just about the status. Say the president of the country. He has no horns. He looks like us. The same human body. Can you imagine his status? Being the president of United States. But still he's a human form. He's a human being. Similarly, Brahma also formed like us. But imagine his status. But even there is an end to the Brahma's life. Shiva is also look like us, human body. But is Shiva is ordinary human being? It's divine. But body is like us. Yes? 2 eyes, head, chest, arms, feet. Similarly, Naraji is also not an ordinary human being. Even though look like human being. But imagine the status. He can travel everywhere. So they can travel anywhere. They have realization of Krishna. They are very close to Krishna. So Naraji gave this mantra. First of all, Naraji tested Dhruva. Dhruva, why are you going to forest? To worship, to perform austerities. And Naraji said, forest is not something very comfortable place. You are prince, you belong to this palace. Soft mattress to sleep. Guards are there to protect you. So much food is there, so many servants are there. All luxuries are there. What are you going to get in forest? There are animals there. Snakes are there. Scorpions are there. Tiger. Who's going to protect you? Who is going to protect you? No guards there. No mattress. No food. What are you going to eat? Dhruv Maharaj said, "Oh Narad, I heard you always bless souls so that they can attain the Lord. Why are you testing me like this? I'm expecting some blessings from you. Please give me a mantra on which I can meditate and can attain my destination, my object of worship." Hearing these polite words from Dhruva, Naraji gave these blessings and gave him a mantra. Which mantra? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. All together.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
One more time.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
That's Satyuga. In Satyuga. Dhruv got this mantra, he got so blessed. And then he went to forest. Sitting under one tree, he started performing these austerities and meditating and reciting this mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 5-year young boy, no fear. Can we go to forest? In dark? Tiger, snake, ghost. No fear. Because he kept this word so heavy. My stepmother told me, and I'm going to worship the Lord, and I'm going to get him. Firm determination. This is the meaning of the word Dhruva. Firmness. In our practice, there is no form. Some days goes very good, other days goes very slow. Yes? This is because it's a practicing stage. Practitioner means it goes ups and downs. But then a stage comes, Nishtha. Nishtha. Firmness. The practice goes smooth, in one stream, get more condensed. After Nishtha, the stage comes Ruchi, means taste. One develops taste in one's practice. Before that, no taste. Out of duty, duty bound. I have to do this. I'm told to do this. It's not spontaneous. I have to do this. This is my duty. This has been told to me. But at the stage of Ruchi, when the taste comes, it's not duty bound. It comes out of love. Then comes asakti, attachment. Gets so much attached, so much attached, so much attached. Chanting holy name, reading books, and many others. I'm not going very details, just very basics. Ruchi, asakti, and then come bhav, means emotions, transcendental, spiritual sentiments. And after that, one attains prema. Prema. And the moment the sadhak, the practitioner, attains a fraction of that prema, a ray of that prema, body finish. Why so? Because at that stage, there is so much bliss, this body can't hold that much bliss. For that we need another body. The shockers of this body can't hold those shocks, the shocks of bliss, right? Sometimes we get so many good news, we can't hold that. You see so many, sometimes the movie stars and the football players or whoever it is, when they achieve something or trophy or something, they start weeping and crying right in front of the audience. The whole world is clapping for them. And they get so much bliss, they start shedding tears. The tears of joy, the tears of happiness. Oh, I have achieved this. Unbelievable. This is a stage of prema. Love with Krishna. So much bliss comes. Not happiness, but bliss. So for that we need shock absorber body. I remember around 10 years, more than 10 years back, in Holland, I heard this news. Because the country, for the new year, 31st December, they introduced the lottery system. 53 million euros if anyone wins that lottery. And everyone, they just buy tickets, the lottery system, and they wait for 31st December, 12 midnight, it announced in the radio and the television who won this lottery. Randomly one guy get millionaire overnight. So when I was there, I heard this news. $53 million. There was a party going on and this gentleman was drinking and they have the television on to see who got this, and someone there announced, so this year lottery 53 million euros won by so and so, and he was just right there in the party. It's me? I got heart attack. He died. Just by hearing this good news that he became millionaire, he can't absorb. The happiness can't absorb. He died there. Heart attack. Imagine. Just one example. At the stage of prem, there's so much bliss, so much bliss. For that we need a different body, a transcendental body, and that's called Swarup Siddhi. We get entrance into that universe where Krishna has come with all his associates and manifesting pastimes with this transcendental body. Still it's not 100% perfection. Still it is not 100% perfection. One only gets a transcendental body. And when Krishna comes with all his associates there, the body, transcendental body gets activated. Means directly serving Krishna there in that universe. In the association of the associates of Krishna, Lalita, Vishakha, all this, Sakhis of Radharani, under their guidance, one learns. And one gets perfection there. Now this is like, learning in the workplace. And after getting perfection there, then Krishna takes that practitioner, that sadhaka from that universe situated in Golok Vrindavan. That's via that universe, not directly. That called Vastu Siddhi. And this is the completion of Diksha. This is the completion of Diksha. So to complete Diksha means so many lifetimes. And reach to the stage of prem, when one gets the transcendental, activated transcendental body directly serving Radha Krishna. That's the completion of Diksha. Imagine. It's a process. A child get admission to the school, only admission, it's not passed out. But after going through grades, higher school, and then get certificate, scholarship. This is called completion. So Dhruv Maharaj got his Diksha completed. Within 6 months, he had darshan of the Lord. That's the completion of the mantra. He saw Bhagwan right in front of him. Beautiful, divine, beautiful body, as we hear in the books, in our scriptures. Dark complexion, dark rain cloud complexion. And just like this lighting in the clouds, he's wearing yellow garments, beautiful earrings, such beautiful form. Dhruva, being 5-year young boy, adoring the beauty of the Lord. And the shlokas say He's staring at the Lord just like he's going to drink that beauty, drinking through his eyes. He's beholding that beauty. He wants to speak something, but he's getting so much overwhelmed, he's not even able to utter one word, but his throat is moving. So the Lord understood he wants to express something, but it's so difficult for him. So Bhagavan, he took his conch and touched on his cheeks. Just by the touch of that conch, it's like resistance. Just touch there and everything is infused in him. He got so much empowered just by that touch that he gained all the knowledge. Otherwise, Dhruv, being 5-year young boy, never being to school, never learned any scripture, but just by the touch of that conch and just by the touch on the head by a guru or a disciple like Nara, one get all surcharged, or in other words, electrified with all knowledge and realization. Dhruv got this. Yeah. And in 14 verses, Dhruv glorified the Lord. 14 verses. Beautiful verses uttered by him. In those verses, one very important verse, Dhruv said, Bhakti mai parvartam toy me prasango bhuyat antmatma amla shanam. Oh my Lord, please bless me with the association of your devotees. Wow. Something very, very strange. Is anything more attainable after having the darshan of the Lord? That's ultimate, right? According to Dhruv Maharaj, that's not ultimate. There's something even more than that. Just seeing the Lord is not enough. Service of the Lord is more important than seeing Him. If you see your loved and beloved one, just seeing is enough, or you want to serve your loved one? Just seeing is not enough. It's not satisfactory just by seeing. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you. But satisfaction comes when we serve that person. Dhruv Maharaj, when he received this knowledge, he's asking for the association of the devotees. Because, practically speaking, even Duryodhan saw the Lord. Even Ravan saw the Ram. And even Kamsa, he saw Krishna. But just by seeing, did they believe they are supreme? No. Any mood, any heart melted? No. They were totally against. Totally against. Even seeing them. Or in regard to Ram, I'm just coming from India. I'm trying to guide many people because of some fashion in the society. As in India, it's so prominent to worship. On Diwali, what they worship? Kya worship? On Diwali day?
Lakshmi Puja.
Lakshmi and? Ganesh. Very interesting. Gaurav showed me yesterday. Lord Ram, he killed Ravan and he came to Ayodhya. And that's why we celebrate Diwali, yes? After 21 days of Dishara, Vijayadashmi. Vijayadashmi in India, Dishara, that's the day when there's another story, but just a common which is prevailing, everyone knows that in India. Dishara is the day when Lord Ram killed Ravan and he came back to Ayodhya after 21 days. So why 21 days? So he showed me yesterday the map. GPS. If you walk from Lanka to Ayodhya, it takes 20 days and 15 hours. 11 hours. So almost 21 days. You see? From the Dussehra to Diwali, 21 days. Anyway, I have something more to say in that, but not touching point today. But in India, everyone observe Diwali, celebrate Diwali, which is more than, like we say, Christmas here in America. Diwali, they exchange gifts and they do so much for 1 month, more than a month. Very big festival in India. But what is the purpose of Diwali? Lord Ram came back to Ayodhya and everyone celebrated with ghee lamps. That's the day of Diwali. But what everyone worship on the day of Diwali at home? Lakshmi and what is the Lakshmi and Ganesh mostly, right? What is the sense in worshipping Lakshmi Ganesh on that day? And nobody worship Ram on that day. The day of Ram, his victory is, he got welcomed in Ayodhya, but no one worshipping Ram on that day. And they worshipping Lakshmi and Ganesh. What is the significance of Lakshmi and Ganesh being worshipped together? Always husband and wife will worship together. Lakshmi Narayan, Sita Ram, Radha Krishna and all. What is the relation between Lakshmi and Ganesh? Far distance, nothing. No relationship. Occasion is Diwali, the day of Ram. But Ram is not get worshipped. And they worship Lakshmi Ganesh. Because why? Lakshmi gives money and Ganesha is taking care of obstacles. That's all. So I have nothing to do with you. You just give me wealth and take care of my obstacles. This is what everyone worship. है ना भैया ऐसे ही करते हैं. The day of Diwali means the day of Ram, but no one worship Ram. They worship Lakshmi and Ganesh. I go and preach to them and teach to them from Bhagavatam, from Gita, from Ramayana. But this is a system coming from so many years, right? How many years? From time. There is no accountability. No concept. How is God related on the day of Diwali? Where it is mentioned, which scripture, what is the reference, what is the evidence, nobody knows. It's just, we need Lakshmi. And this is coming in it's becoming a fashion actually. It's just a fashion. There's no relevance and significance. On the day of Diwali, worshipping Lakshmi and Ganesh. That's the day of worshipping Sita Ram. But nobody worships Sita Ram on that day. Anyway, this is another topic. So Dhruva, he's seeking the association. He praying to the Lord for the association of my devotees. Because just in their proximity, in their association, not only knowledge, but the realization. So what Dhruva Maharaj in his prayers, in this shloka, is overlapping the darshan of the Lord over the association of devotees. So what is more superior? Just seeing Krishna is not enough. Duryodhana also saw, Kamsa also saw, Ravan also saw, Duryodhana also saw Krishna. We never believed. Because they see through their eyes. But anyone who is hearing through the ears, they all got the qualification to see the Lord. Hearing is more important. Hearing. Not just mental speculations. Not just theoretical, very practical ground. Not being fanatical, but being very practical. That's why Krishna consciousness in our society, we are a very intellectual class of people. 95% intellectual class. Degree holders. They all cannot be foolish. Because it's so bona fide, and authentic and logical. There's no fanaticism. And not just mere sentiments, but a very practical application of Krishna consciousness. So in this way, Dhruva Maharaj, after receiving the darshan of Lord, being blessed by Krishna, Narad told King Uttanpad, your son attained the Lord in just 6 months. And King Uttanpad felt so bad, now repenting what I did. I never ever gave any attention to Dhruva. I only, because of Suruchi, I only gave attention to my boy Uttam. And today my son, oh, that's the best destination, that's the best career to attain the Lord. That's the best thing. So he's running to welcome Dhruva. And all subjects running after him. When Dhruva came and he saw the entire family members, Dhruva came forward and he greeted, first of all he greeted whom? Not his father, not his own mother. He greeted Suruchi. Why? Exactly. Because you are Ruchika. He first of all greeted stepmother. Why? Because of your harsh words. It was not very palatable. It was very harsh on me. But because of your words, today I attained the darshan of the Lord. I attained Him. Just because of your harsh words. While conversation with Dhruva and Bhagwan, Bhagwan said, Dhruva, you satisfied me. I'm giving you to rule over the whole planet Earth for 36,000 of years. 36,000 years. Ruling the whole planet Earth. And Dhruva said, no, please, no. Swami Kirtartha Asmi Varam Nayache. I came with a desire to attain the broken pieces of glass. But today by seeing you, I attained a jewel. Glass also glitters and jewel also glitters. But if you compare, and not even glass, the broken pieces of glass, he said, Kacha vichinpe api divya ratnam. Broken pieces of glass. I just came in the forest to worship you, only to attain the throne, which is a broken piece of glass. Whereas today I am seeing you, a great jewel, right in front of me. You are the greatest of all jewels. You are the best amongst everyone. Oh my Lord, I attained you. I attained you. That's the best destination for anyone, for everyone. Everything else is broken pieces of glass. But Bhagavan said, Dhruv, you came with this desire and I'm supposed to fulfill your desire. No, please, can I take my words back? Krishna said, very late. You're too late now. I'm bound to fulfill your desires. That's why this pastime is giving us one lesson. And that is, when you're worshipping Lord, don't keep any desire. Because desire gets fulfilled, but He will step back. It's all about love. He will fulfill your desires, but He will just step back. And we are bereft of attaining Him, but we get everything else, which is again broken pieces of glass. Some happiness, which will be very palatable for some months and years, and then it starts fading. Any happiness in this world, okay, imagine any happiness. Just think of it. Eating, drinking, sleeping, whatever it is. Eating my best food, eating my best pastry, eating my best cake. You know, Jagdish, he loves to eat cake. Just by, see, he became so blissful just by hearing. If I offer him, say, 5 pieces of cake, pineapple, vanilla, etc., chocolate, wow, mouth watering. How many pieces can he eat? Let's say 10 big piece. And I say, Jagdish, I have ample supply. Take 1 more. Oh, 10 is enough, Maharaj. Please, 2 more for my sake. Okay, he took 12 pieces. If I offer him 13th, it's not sweet anymore. Yes? The 13th, 14th, 15th will not be the same taste as it was the first one. Not sweet anymore, right? And if I force him in his mouth, say 20, can anyone eat 75 rasgullas? But there are some people in Jagannath Puri, 75 rasgullas, can you imagine? And after the meal, Srila Bharati Maharaj, he told us, he said, right in front of him, there was the big feast, and there was so many supply of rasgullas, and 2 pandas, 2 Jagannath Sevak, they had competition. How many rasgullas can you eat? Competition, and they start eating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 75, and then he can't breathe. He's about to die. Maharaj said, I took 2 rasgullas with my finger out, then he was able to breathe. Srila Bharati Maharaj. 75. So if he eats 20 pieces of cake, imagine what's going to happen. The same object of happiness becomes object of suffering after a while. Every happiness goes to a saturation. There's a peak, there's saturation, and then start decline. And if we keep on penetrating that saturation, then that same source of happiness becomes the source of suffering. If he eats 30 pieces, what's going to happen? Sugar level high, health issues. He may die. So Dhruv Maharaj said, I don't want. So while we worship, if we have some desires that get fulfilled, but the object of love, the embodiment of love, Krishna being Lord, he stepped back. You want me or you want this? That's the choice. You want me or you want this? So Dhruv Maharaj is teaching with his own example. Be careful when you're worshipping. Be careful, don't keep anything in the heart. If you're keeping, all those desires get fulfilled, but you're not going to get the object of love, is Krishna. He's repenting now, but he's bound to rule over 36,000 years, the king of this planet Earth. Guru Maharaj showing this. And after ruling over this, he got a loka, Dhruv Loka, which never get destroyed, even at the time of annihilation. He attained Dhruv Loka. But he's feeling, I'm bereft for 36,000 of years. Otherwise, I could have gone with the Lord directly to the Vaikuntha in the service of him. But because of this desire, I want to sit on that throne, seeing my brother sitting on the throne on the lap of my father. Because of this desire, I'm bereft of the mercy of the Lord. This is a teaching Dhruv Maharaj giving in very simple basics that we heard today, the story of Dhruv Maharaj. But this is not everything. I've skipped so many details and very in-depth details of Dhruv Maharaj, understanding and concentrating the audience. The same topic, if we in Vrindavan, in the assembly of scholars, then the course is totally different. I'm not saying you all are not scholars. Don't feel offended. I'm not offending anyone. But just so that we can at least the outline of understanding, that was just the outline, just the information of Dhruv Maharaj's story. But goodness, there's so many details in that. Each and every step of what I said, this pastime of Dhruv Maharaj can go for 7 days. 7 days. So there's so many details, but at least gradually, this is the first time and the second level. Means some other time when there will be Bhagavad Katha, the same story of Dhruv Maharaj will be on another level. Yes? Keeping up here today. It's too late. Hare Krishna and thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Shri Dhruv Maharaj ki
Jai.
Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran ki
Jai.
Nashim so 5 minutes Mahamantra to end up. Take this mic down, please. Always ending up is sweet. Sweet is singing.
Huh?
Always ending the meal with sweets. So ending the lecture with sweet singing.
Govinda